In this video, I'll be showing you how to get all 8 ancient dragon smithing stones in Shadow of the Erdtree. The first 3 I'll be getting are in the Gravesite Plain region, and we'll be starting at the Castle Front Site of Grace, which is right here on the map. From this Castle Front Site of Grace, we're going to get on our horse and head to the east-southeast. Meet up with this path here, and then we're going to take this left fork, keep following the path. There is a site of grace on your left over there. I believe that's called Pillar Path Cross. We're going to keep heading on this south path. And there will be a site of grace behind this rock up here. And this is the Pillar Path Waypoint site of grace. From Pillar Path Waypoint, we're going to get back on our horse and keep heading south. And we're aiming for that pillar up there. Once we're inside this suppressing pillar, we're going to get off our horse and get on this elevator. Take the elevator up, and if you look to your west, there will be a chest. Open the chest, and inside of that chest is an ancient dragon smithing stone. For the next one, we're going to warp back to Pillar Path Waypoint that we just grabbed. Get back on our horse and head to the southwest. We're going to be running right along this cliff face. And where it dips here, there are some gravestones, and we can drop down and follow them down. Once you're at the bottom, head to the north. Go inside this building. And this is the Ruined Forge lava intake. From this Ruined Forge lava intake site of grace, we're going to head into the dungeon. Take a right here, and then a left, and drop down. Watch out for the slime on the ceiling. And through here, and there will be another slime that drops down. Then we're going to take a right here and drop down. Climb up this. Then jump this gap. And drop down here. Then we need to pull this lever. It's going to bring this thing down. You need to jump onto that. Climb it all the way to the top. There will be slimes that drop down on you. They'll try to shoot at you as well. And where that second slime dropped, we need to jump to our right. Examine this altar here. Inside that forge is the anvil hammer and ancient dragon smithing stone. So that's where you get your second ancient dragon smithing stone. For a third ancient dragon smithing stone, warp back to the Pillar Path Waypoint that we got earlier. And from here, we're going to get on our horse and head west. Southwest. You'll get invaded here if you haven't been through here yet. So take out this invader and keep heading to our south. And on our east, there will be a cave. This is here on the map. Go inside this cave, and this is Dragon's Pit. From the Dragon's Pit side of Grace, we're going to go into the cave. Drop down here. Watch out for the ambush. Take a left here. And we're going to take a left and drop through this hole. If you don't want to take fall damage, just go to the right. This is faster though. We're going to head to our north. Go up through this little cave. And in here there will be a magma worm, so we need to defeat this. And when you defeat this magma worm, you'll get a dragon heart and an ancient dragon smithing stone. From here, we're going to drop through this hole. Go through here to the south. And then drop in this pit. At the bottom of this pit, we'll go south and there will be a mini boss here. And when you defeat that mini boss, you just need to go through the door on the other side. And there will be another site of grace. This is the Dragon's Pit Terminus site of grace. From the Dragon's Pit Terminus site of grace, we're going to head out to our east. And we'll be able to use our horse again. We're just going to drop down over here. Keep heading east. Where this dragon is, we're going to go northeast. Head for this. We're just going to keep following this path. And we're going to take the Spirit Spring up. There will be a site of grace up here. This is the foot of the Jagged Peak site of grace. From foot of the Jagged Peak, we're going to keep heading south on this path. And we're going to run past these drakes. Into this valley. Take this Spirit Spring up. And take this next Spirit Spring up. We're just gonna head south here. There are gonna be some boulders that will fall, so watch out for these. Keep ascending. And here's Ancient Dragon Senessax. I'm actually going to skip this. We will need to kill this for one of the stones, but I'm going to get the Site of Grace near him first, because we'll need to get another one that's near the next Site of Grace. So ascend up this. And there will be a Site of Grace up here. This is the Jagged Peak Mountainside Site of Grace. From this Jagged Peak Mountainside Site of Grace, we're going to get on our horse and head to the west. Climb up where all these drake bodies are. Head southwest till you get to the Spirit Spring, and then we're going to jump up and go to the south. And head on this path southwest. And take this high path here. Make sure to jump those gaps. Take this Spirit Spring up and go to the east. And follow this cave in. There will be a bunch of slimes dropping down. Where they are, there will be a body, and there's another Ancient Dragon Smithing Stone. From these slimes, feel free to go to the north path and get Jagged Peak Summit if you haven't been there yet. But we're going to go back to Jagged Peak Mountainside now. So just fast travel back to Jagged Peak Mountainside. And from Jagged Peak Mountainside, let's go back to Ancient Dragon Senessax, just to the south of here. And we'll need to defeat Ancient Dragon Senessax. And when you kill Ancient Dragon Senessax, get another Ancient Dragon Smithing Stone. For the next one, we're going to start at Highroad Cross. This Highroad Cross Site of Grace is the one you get right after defeating R'hllana. From here, we're going to get on our horse and head to the east. We're just going to look for a spot to drop down. And after we've dropped down, we want to start heading directly south. And we're going to go around this building. On the southwest side of this building, there will be an opening. Go in here, drop down this. And this is the Ruined Forge of Starfall Past. From the Ruined Forge of Starfall Past Site of Grace, we're going to go into the dungeon. And where this Misbegotten is here on our left, there's going to be a lever. We need to pull this lever, and it's going to make the gate here go down. You need to go through here. There's going to be a slime at the end that shoots at you. Run past the slime, and we're going to go to our southeast. There's going to be a slime that drops down and a slime that ambushes you on the right side here. Where this second slime is, we need to climb this ladder. And there will be a slime up top that shoots at you. Go where that slime is. Run out here, and when you get to this platform thing, you want to look over to the northeast and drop down on this walkway. Then run over here, and there will be a lever. Pull this lever, and we actually don't want to go in there where the lever is, or where the gate is. So we're going to wait for the gate to go down, then we're going to pull the lever again. We're going to quickly run over to the gate and get on top of it. Wait for the gate to rise up. Go over to the southwest. Examine the altar. And you'll get the ancient meteoric or great sword, as well as another ancient dragon smithing stone. And the final two ancient dragon smithing stones are going to come from Taylew's ruined forge, and that's right here on the map. I'm going to link a video on how to get here at the very top of the description. From the Taylew's ruined forge site of grace, we're going to go into the dungeon to the east. We're going to take a left here. And a right. Watch out for the slime that drops down. Drop down where that ladder is. We're going to jump over here. And we're going to jump over onto this thing. And we're going to run up to the very top. Take a left here. And drop down. And we're going to run past this golem on our left. And this is one of the ancient dragon smithing stones. Now we're going to jump down here. And we're going to go back up. And take a right. Then drop down here on the left. Go to our south. Take a left here, then take another left, and we're going to climb this ladder. From the top of the ladder, we're just going to ascend these stairs. And there will be a lever at the edge of this room. Pull this lever. And we're going to run over here and drop down. Drop down here. And keep going west and descending. Right over here, there's a spot that you can jump over. Now we're just going to ascend this. Take a left. Jump down here. And climb this ladder. And inside of this, you will get Taylew the Golem Smith, as well as the final Ancient Dragon Smithing Stone. That's how to get all the Ancient Dragon Smithing Stones in the Shadow of the Erdtree DLC.